All right, the so-called pork is out of the bag. The government watchdog group Citizens Against Government Waste has released their 2010 Congressional Pig Book, and it's full of a lot of real oinkers, so to speak.
And joining us from the Russell Rotunda with his thoughts is Senator John McCain. We're not calling you an oinker, Senator, all right?
Here's the book. Here's the book. Everybody should read this book.
Yeah, no
They've been going on for 20 years now, and I'm telling you, it'll make you laugh and it'll make you cry. And the Citizens Against Government Waste will be glad to send you a copy of this book, and we'll be glad to help you get it if you need it. You know, $3.7 million for a maritime museum in Seattle. By the way, they had to close it. $200,000 to study Maine lobsters. $250,000 for a Father's Day parade in Philadelphia. I mean, you can't make it up. And the thing is, you know, it's bad enough when times are good. But here we are with people not being able to stay in their homes, no jobs, the economic conditions they are. And it's business as usual here in Washington, and Republicans do it too, much to our everlasting shame.
They do, Senator, because the biggest spender happens to be a Republican, Senator Cochran from Mississippi, is it? I believe so.
I've always said there's three kinds of senators here: Republican senators, Democrat senators, and appropriators.
But you would think that you're one of the few who has determined that you're never going to have this kind of pork. You'd think that others would follow suit right now based on the things that you just discussed, the economy and such.
Well, to their great credit, the House Republicans have announced that they won't do it. We've been trying over here in the Senate, but again, Senator Coburn and I have been trying to do that. We've proposed an amendment to no earmarks until the ballot is till the budget is balanced. Excuse me, no earmarks till the budget is balanced. And we had 15 of our 41 Republicans vote against it. Wow. Of course, almost all the Democrats. But look, that's why we have tea parties. That's why they're angry. The total disconnect between Main Street and here in our nation's capital.
A lot of people think that the current president, apologizing for us, having a relatively a very, let's say, laid back, get to know you foreign policy has hurt us. Here is his latest statement. I want to get your take, Senator McCain, on Barack Obama talking after the nuclear summit. Let's listen.
It is a vital national security interest of the United States to reduce these conflicts because whether we like it or not, we remain a dominant military superpower. And when conflicts break out, one way or another, we get pulled into them.
Is there a bad side to being a superpower?
That's one of the more incredible statements I've ever heard a president of the United States make in modern times. We get pulled into conflicts. We are a dominant superpower, and we're the greatest force for good in the history of this country. And I thank God every day that we are a dominant superpower, and for the men and women who are serving. And we didn't get pulled into a conflict in Bosnia when we went there to stop genocide. We didn't get pulled in to Kosovo when we stopped the genocide there. We didn't get pulled into World War II. We didn't get pulled into conflicts where we have gone and stopped genocide, stopped slaughter, to defend freedom and democracy throughout the world. And that doesn't mean we do it willy-nilly. It means that when we see that the security of this nation is threatened, we act militarily. That is a direct contradiction to everything America believes in, which is American exceptionalism, which means we stand up. Senator, we stand up for our God-given rights.
Senator, real quick, what message are we sending to the world when our president says, you know, we're pulling back on nukes, where he's bowing to leaders from around the world, almost apologetically says we're a superpower? What's the message?
Well, the comment that the president that we just described, I think, is, again, one of the most unusual I've ever heard a president of the United States make. Look, we're all for reductions in nuclear weapons, but to somehow infer that the Iranians, Koreans, and other nations who are on the path to development of nuclear weapons, Senator especially McCain, them, are going to be affected by that.
Senator
I mean,
McCain,
that's foolish.
If you were president today, would you allow Iran to get a nuclear bomb?
No.
And what would you do about it?
The consequences Well, I would examine and exercise all options, and I would have started long ago with meaningful sanctions enacted by us and our friends, rather than somehow this false hope that the Chinese and the Russians are going to be of any assistance to us. We've given them their last chance, I think, just the other day.
Right. Senator McCain, have a nice weekend. Finish up strong today. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.